Senior Health Warning. Healthy breakfasts that are silently damaging your body. Would you believe that the breakfast you had this morning could be slowly weakening your health without you even realizing it? For many people over the age of 60, this isn't just a theory, it's a quiet reality unfolding after decades of trusting conventional nutritional advice. For years, the food industry has shaped the mindset of older consumers, making them believe that products like instant oatmeal, low-fat yogurt, whole wheat bread, or convenient breakfast bars are ideal choices for a healthy morning. Sweet marketing messages like heart-friendly, aids digestion, or support bone health have convinced millions of seniors, including my mother. My mother is 66 years old. She has always lived a healthy lifestyle, never smoked, exercises regularly, and especially follows her doctor's nutritional recommendations. Every morning she eats instant oatmeal, drinks fat-free milk, and uses products labeled senior-friendly or healthy for aging bodies. But over the past few years, she began experiencing chronic joint inflammation, dull headaches, poor digestion, and frequent fatigue, so severe that she sometimes couldn't even get out of bed in the morning. When we took her to the doctor, the diagnosis shocked us. She had systemic inflammation, major fluctuations in her morning blood sugar, and clear signs of accelerated cellular aging. What stunned me even more was the root cause, not just aging, but the very breakfast food she had trusted for so long. Recent studies have revealed that certain popular breakfast foods can increase inflammation, disrupt blood sugar balance, and accelerate the aging process in older adults. But there is hope. Some breakfast foods have been scientifically shown to reduce inflammation by up to 43% in people over 65, simply by changing one daily morning meal. That discovery completely transformed the way my mother approached food, and it can transform your life too. This video isn't here to sell you anything. It's an honest and urgent message for anyone over 60. Don't blindly trust what's printed on food packaging. Learn to listen to your body and choose foods that match the changing biology of aging. Because sometimes, the seemingly simple act of breakfast is quietly shaping your health, energy, and even your lifespan. Every single day. The untold truth about nutrition after 60. Why your body needs to eat differently. Once you reach the age of 60, your body no longer functions the way it used to. This isn't just a feeling, it's a biological reality, backed by countless studies in the fields of geriatric medicine and nutrition. At this stage of life, your digestive system starts to produce fewer enzymes, making it more difficult to break down and absorb essential nutrients, especially protein, fat, and certain vitamins. This means that even if you eat what seems like a complete meal, your body may still fall short on vital nutrients if the food isn't properly chosen. In addition, your metabolism slows down. You burn energy more slowly, which makes sugary or fast-digesting carbohydrates more likely to be stored as fat, increasing the risk of visceral fat and chronic inflammation. Beyond that, the body's ability to repair and regenerate cells, which is foundational for muscle, joint, skin, and memory health, also changes. After age 60, your body requires different types of fuel, food that is nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory, and biologically aligned with your changing needs. As a result, a breakfast that once felt familiar and comforting, such as white bread, sweet milk coffee, or packaged cereals, is no longer a safe or suitable choice. In fact, eating the wrong breakfast at this age can quietly lead to a series of negative consequences. The body may slip into a state of low-grade chronic inflammation, impacting your joints, brain, and immune system. You may feel tired and sluggish, even after a full night's sleep. Some people experience brain fog, memory lapses, difficulty concentrating, or a dull mental state. Cellular aging speeds up, visible through dry skin, muscle weakness, and slower recovery after illness. What seems like a simple meal at the start of your day is actually the launch pad that programs your biological performance for the hours that follow. A study on aging from the University of Southern California found that the type of food consumed within the first 60 minutes after waking has a significant impact on hormones, inflammation responses, energy levels, and cognitive performance in adults over 60. Therefore, rather than continuing with outdated eating habits, older adults need to restructure their breakfast choices to provide sustained release energy, high-quality protein, healthy fats, anti-inflammatory nutrients. The key is not restrictive dieting or eating less. It's about eating smart, based on your biological age. Starting with breakfast, you can recalibrate your metabolism, trigger cellular repair, and maintain flexibility and strength for many vibrant years to come. The cost of a poor breakfast. It's not just one tired day, but a decade of lost longevity. Many people believe breakfast is just a small part of the day, something to eat quickly just to feel full. But the truth is this: eating the wrong kind of breakfast repeatedly over many years can seriously impact your brain and accelerate the aging of your entire body. Recent studies have revealed an alarming reality. Seniors over the age of 60 who frequently eat inflammatory, high-glycemic breakfast foods can experience brain aging up to 3.5 years faster than expected. In other words, within just a few years, your memory, thinking speed, and mental clarity could decline to the level of someone nearly 4 years older, all because of poor breakfast choices. Even more concerning is that this damage doesn't stop at the brain. Scientists call this the biological accumulation effect. Each time you eat a breakfast high in sugar, refined carbs, unhealthy fats, or ultra-processed ingredients, your body initiates a subtle inflammatory response, even if you don't feel it right away. But over hundreds of mornings, year after year, this repeated pattern accelerates your biological age, the real age of your cells and internal systems, far beyond your actual chronological age. One report from the American Geriatric Society found that older adults who consumed poor-quality breakfasts for just 5 years had a biological age up to 15 years older than peers who ate more balanced morning meals. That means you could be 65 on paper, but your body could be functioning more like that of an 80-year-old. What are the consequences? You feel constantly fatigued, even after a full night's sleep. Mental fog, poor focus, forgetfulness, and declining clarity, weakened bones and shrinking muscle mass, increasing your risk of falls and slow recovery. Premature skin aging and declining cardiovascular function. A higher risk of chronic diseases like diabetes, Alzheimer's, and joint inflammation. None of these symptoms are inevitable consequences of aging. Rather, they are often the result of how you've been programming your body each morning. The good news? This process can be reversed. By simply changing your breakfast from inflammatory foods to nutrient-dense, age-supportive options, you can slow the aging process, support brain function, boost energy, and noticeably enhance your quality of life. Never underestimate the power of breakfast. It doesn't just affect how you feel today, it shapes how you will live for the next 10 to 20 years. 4 breakfast foods that seem healthy but silently harm senior health. Just because a food label says healthy doesn't mean it's actually suitable for the body after age 60. In fact, many popular breakfast items are quietly fueling inflammation, disrupting hormones, and accelerating the aging process. Below are 4 common breakfast foods that older adults should avoid if they want to protect their long-term health. 1. Instant oatmeal. Often advertised as a heart-healthy food, flavored instant oatmeal actually contains a surprisingly high amount of sugar, especially varieties like apple cinnamon, strawberry, or chocolate. A single packet may have 12 to 18 grams of sugar, which is already about half the recommended daily limit for older adults. Even worse, the processing method for instant oats destroys the natural structure of the grain, raising its glycemic index significantly. The result? Rapid blood sugar spikes followed by energy crashes and fatigue, and over time, these fluctuations trigger chronic inflammation, a major driver of memory decline and metabolic disorders. 2. Low-fat yogurt with added sugar. Many seniors choose low-fat yogurt thinking it's good for their bones and digestion. But when fat is removed, manufacturers typically add sugar and artificial sweeteners to compensate for taste. A single cup of fruit-flavored yogurt can contain up to 29 grams of sugar, even more than some candy bars. This high sugar content reduces the body's ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D, leading to weaker bones and persistent fatigue. What's more, these artificial sweeteners can disrupt gut health, promote inflammation, and negatively affect mood, causing some older adults to feel mildly depressed or lose interest in daily activities. 3. Breakfast bars. Marketed as convenient and nutritious, most breakfast bars actually contain more sugar than protein and are often loaded with refined vegetable oils, such as hydrogenated soybean oil, a known contributor to inflammation and hormonal imbalance. Many bars also use isolated soy protein, which has been linked to thyroid dysfunction in older adults. And the so-called fruit pieces in these bars? They're usually just flavored chunks made from concentrates and artificial flavorings, offering none of the antioxidant benefits you'd expect from real fruit. 4. Commercial whole wheat bread plus margarine. At first glance, whole wheat toast with margarine seems like a safe, healthy breakfast. But many commercially packaged whole wheat breads are actually made from refined white flour with just enough bran added to meet the labeling requirement. These breads often contain added sugars, preservatives, and dough conditioners, all of which can provoke inflammatory responses. Worse yet, many seniors spread margarine on their toast, a product made with high levels of omega-6 vegetable oils. When omega-6 fats far outweigh omega-3s in the diet, the body becomes more prone to inflammation, joint pain, stiffness, and elevated risk of heart disease. Eating the wrong breakfast won't just leave you tired for the day. It can quietly weaken your health, reduce your energy, and shorten your lifespan over time. Eliminating these hidden troublemakers is the first step toward a real health recovery after 60. 4. Breakfast foods that help the body heal and stay youthful after 60. After age 60, choosing the right breakfast isn't just about filling your stomach. It becomes a vital part of protecting memory, supporting digestion, and slowing the aging process. Below are 4 foods recommended by nutrition experts for daily breakfast, especially for older adults. 1. Pasture-raised eggs. Complete protein and brain-boosting nutrition. Contrary to long-held fears about cholesterol, eggs, especially pasture-raised eggs, are actually one of the most complete and beneficial foods for seniors. Each egg contains all 9 essential amino acids, which are crucial for maintaining and rebuilding muscle mass, a key defense against sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle. The yolk is also rich in choline, a nutrient that helps produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter essential for memory and mental clarity. In addition, pasture-raised eggs typically contain higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin E, both of which play a powerful role in reducing inflammation and supporting heart health. 2. Wild blueberries, a natural remedy for memory and brain health. Unlike conventionally grown blueberries, wild blueberries contain 2 to 3 times more antioxidants. Their most potent compound is anthocyanins, which are capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier to enhance blood flow to the brain and significantly improve memory. Multiple studies have shown that seniors who consumed wild blueberries daily for 8 to 12 weeks experienced notable improvements in cognition, reflex speed, and overall mental sharpness. Whether fresh or frozen, this tiny fruit remains one of the best choices for protecting the brain and slowing neurological aging. 3. Avocado. Healthy fats, better vitamin absorption, and detox support. Avocados aren't just delicious, they're a treasure trove of plant-based nutrition. Rich in monounsaturated fats, they help improve cholesterol levels while enhancing the body's ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, all of which are critical for older adults. Avocados also contain more potassium than bananas, helping to balance blood pressure. Most importantly, they support the production of glutathione, known as the body's master antioxidant, which enhances detoxification, antioxidant defense, and immune function. 4. Fermented kefir. Triple the probiotics, remarkable anti-inflammatory power. If you think yogurt is the best probiotic source, kefir is a superior upgrade. This traditional fermented milk drink contains over 30 strains of beneficial bacteria and yeast, 3 times more than regular yogurt. Kefir is also easy to digest, even for those who are lactose intolerant. Most impressively, recent research has shown that seniors who consumed kefir daily for 6 months reduced inflammatory markers by up to 43%, a critical breakthrough in managing joint pain, digestive issues, and age-related immune decline. Instead of starting your day with sugar, white starch, or processed breakfast items, choose nutrient-dense foods that align with the biology of your aging body. With just a few small changes, you can dramatically improve your physical health, mental clarity, and overall quality of life, starting with breakfast. Practical Guide: How to Transform Breakfast for a Healthier, More Youthful Life After 60. Knowing what's good for your health is already a major step forward, but the real challenge lies in actually applying that knowledge to daily life, especially if you've had the same breakfast habits for many years. The good news is you don't need to change everything overnight. Just one small step each day can help your body gradually adapt and respond positively. Start with simple, manageable steps. You don't have to throw out everything in your pantry in one go. Begin by replacing one unhealthy item with a healthier option each morning. For example, if you usually eat instant oatmeal, try swapping it for boiled eggs or a simple omelet cooked with a bit of avocado. Tomorrow, replace your sugary low-fat yogurt with kefir or full-fat unsweetened yogurt. This gentle approach not only reduces mental stress, but it also allows you to feel the day-by-day improvements in energy, digestion, and mental clarity. Easy tip: add frozen wild blueberries to your breakfast. One incredibly simple way to boost your breakfast nutrition is to add a small handful of frozen wild blueberries to whatever you're already eating. Whether it's eggs, pure oats, not instant, or a smoothie, just half a cup of wild blueberries can deliver powerful anti-inflammatory and brain-protective benefits. The great news is that frozen wild blueberries retain their full nutritional value and may even be easier to digest because the freezing process slightly breaks down the cell walls. You can buy a frozen bag and use it gradually over weeks, cost-effective and convenient. Eliminate these 2 common but harmful breakfast foods first. If you can only change a few things at the beginning, prioritize cutting out these 2 popular breakfast items that silently harm your body. Flavored instant oatmeal. often packed with sugar and high glycemic carbs. Low-fat yogurt with added sugar lacks healthy fats and contains inflammatory artificial sweeteners. Removing just these two items can make a significant difference in your blood sugar, digestion, and daily energy levels. Try the 2-week breakfast experiment. Turn this transition into a fun and empowering 2-week experiment. Each day, choose a healthier breakfast and track your basic wellness indicators. Morning and early afternoon energy. Quality of sleep. Joint stiffness or discomfort. Ability to focus and recall information. You can keep a simple daily journal. After just 14 days, most older adults who try this report feeling more alert, less achy, and unwilling to return to their old breakfast habits. All it takes is one small change to start feeling the difference. Let each morning become an opportunity for healing and rejuvenation, not a burden on your health. These 2 weeks could be the first step in a lifelong recovery journey.